In this video, I'm building stairs and a deck for our off-grid cabin. I'm using a simplified building method that results in a solid and practical structure with minimal fuss, an easy way to create a freestanding deck or terrace for any forest cabin. Our cabin is nestled on a slope by a mountain ridge, so the deck turns into more of a balcony terrace, spilling down the slope and opening up to the most stunning valley view. I've been really excited to get this deck in place. It'll definitely be one of the highlights of the cabin. A great spot to eat dinner, soak up the sun, or just relax and enjoy a summer sunset. Even if that feels a bit far off in this current weather. There will be decking on two sides of the cabin. The front deck will be larger with space for a dining table, chairs, maybe even a couple of lounge chairs, while the back deck will be more functional with storage, water tanks, outdoor shower and so on. I'm also building stairs up to the deck from the front side of the cabin. It's February, still very much winter, the days are short, everything is frozen, and it's not really my favorite time to build at all, but I really want to get everything ready by early spring. So, with the image of a warm summer evening in mind, I'm kicking things off by making the ground anchors. I start by string lining the layout, then dig down till I hit solid ground, clear out all organic material and lay a large stone as a base. Next step is pouring the concrete and carefully aligning the anchors using string and plumb lines, or well, as precise as you can get using a folding rule and some strings in the middle of the forest, I guess. The temperature is below freezing, so I'm using winter concrete, which has additives to prevent frost damage. It takes longer to cure, but it's very worth it to avoid cracked foundations. I alternate concrete with crushed stone in the pour and then set the post holder on top of the big stone at the bottom of the hole and align everything with a string line. Once the concrete has cured, I move on to the vertical post for the stairs. I measure from the base to the landing, cut the posts and treat them with black pine tar to prevent rot. Then I lift the landing into place, check for level and plumb and screw everything down. With the base in place, I move on to the stair stringers. I use a laser to check heights, cut spacers to match and attach everything and then treat it all with black pine tar. Next up is stair treads. Yeah, still full on winter and I keep telling myself to enjoy the scenery so I don't focus on my freezing hands so much. I use a very simple method here, just attaching support blocks inside the stringers, make sure they're level and then nail them down. Then I match the opposite side using a level and then more tar. Finally, I install and nail down the treads. Looking back, I really wish I built the stairs earlier. It would have saved a lot of climbing up and down during the rest of the cabin build, so definitely something to remember for next time. Speaking of black pine tar, it's become my go-to for treating outdoor wood. It's completely natural, penetrates deep into the grain and lasts a really long time. But it's messy, really messy. It takes forever to dry and it's sticky and it gets everywhere. On your clothes, on your tools, in your hair, everywhere. So it's not exactly an easy product to love, but somehow I really do. With the stairs finally done, I move on to the back deck, where the first step is getting everything to the same horizontal height using a laser, since each post holder is at a different elevation. I cut each post to size, treat it and set it in place. Then I install the support beams. Some bases are even too high, so I cut the beams accordingly, and once everything is level, I secure it all. Next step is laying out and fastening the joists. Ground and foundation work might not be my favorite part of any project, but it's for sure one of the most important, so it feels extra satisfying when that's ticked off. It's now mid-March and winter is finally losing its grip. Tonight's the first warm, calm evening and a perfect time to finally start on the actual decking. Decks are such rewarding projects. They're fun to build, come together quite quickly, and once they're done, you've created an amazing place to enjoy countless days and nights. And I think that's the magic of building a deck, and I can't think of a better time than right now to build one, here for our cabin in the middle of the woods on a beautiful spring evening. A deck is kinda like the crown jewel of any cabin, and it's usually a pretty straightforward build with just a few things to keep in mind, like to leave small gaps between boards so they can expand and contract with the weather, use quality deck screws and driver bits, and make sure to space the boards evenly. If some boards are slightly warped, they can leave awkward gaps, but you can fix that easily by gently bending them into place with a pry bar or a knife before securing them. And measure often. You don't want to end up with a huge gap or wedge-shaped final board. If your measurements vary from front to back, you can even it out by adjusting the gap slightly and spread out the difference evenly across the whole deck. But the most important part of any deck build is a solid foundation. If it's not done right, if it's off or not level, you're gonna end up with settling and tilting, and that can be a real pain to fix. So my number one deck tip is take your time with the foundation, get it right, and save yourself the headache. And with the last screw in place, it's time for the best part, trimming the edges. It feels like christening a boat or unveiling a statue, though I've never done either. This must be right up there. And the deck is done. And this very moment is exactly what I imagine off-grid living is meant to feel like. A little tired but deeply content. That kind of good tired that only fresh forest air and a day's worth of honest work can give you. Feeling proud of what you built, grateful for the simplicity of your day, whether it's chopping wood for the stove or picking mushrooms for dinner. And when the work's done, just be able to sit back and take it all in. The beauty of nature, the quiet, what you've created, and that powerful feeling of being just a little bit self-sufficient in a small-scale way. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found something useful, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to follow the rest of the cabin build.